I'm just going to say this right off the bat. Me, Smelly, and Sky did not deserve to win this match. There is no way in hell we should have won this match, and as a matter of fact, at the end of the game, the three of us are not going to finish positive. I'm actually going to finish way in the negative. Sky's going to finish right above me, and Smelly's actually going to finish just at 500, just even for the match. It goes to show you anything can happen in the Trials of Osiris, including the YouTube order having to go fuck himself. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, man, this is one of the challenges we had when we were playing this motherfucker, man. Now, anybody who knows the old saying, you don't play harder, you play smarter. You don't try harder, you try smarter. This is exactly what happened in this match right here. And right off the bat, you can see we're down 2 players right off the start in this motherfucker, man. But I'll tell you right now, almost everything we did in this match, we did wrong. Almost everything that could have went wrong in this match to start this motherfucker. And we just got outplayed almost every single round when it came to this. However, when it finally comes down to it, we got our shit together and we were able to beat these motherfuckers. And this one guy, Paranormal, he's going to be the one that pretty much tears us up this entire game. The rest of the two, they weren't all that great. We just made too many fucking mistakes when we were playing this motherfucker, and that's what ended up getting us killed. But you're going to notice, once we finally get our shit together, that's when we're able to take this team on. But I'll tell you right now, we had a number of moments in which we should have lost. We had a number of clutch moments in which we got pure luck on our side in order to pass this motherfucker. Now, as for the Trials of Osiris, everybody probably played the, right here, Sky. I told Sky he got sniped, so there's a good chance if you go out there, you're going to get sniped. He didn't listen to me. He decided he was going to go out this motherfucker. So right here, I mean, obviously it's 3-on-1. I just have to run in this bitch. Now right here, I just want to lay a little bit of a trap, so I was going to try and throw my fusion grenade and hope one of them walked into it. And I figured if one walks into it, I have a good chance of actually winning a gunfight. But the fact is I didn't get the one that I thought was going to come through, and had I caught that one, it would have been down to 1 against 1 on a gunfight. And I'll tell you right now, me 1-on-1 in a gunfight, chances are I'm going to win. Anything other than the last one. Anything other than the last word, I'm going to win this motherfucker. So right over here, we spotted them 2 wins off the bat, and this is where we finally got our shit together in this fucking game. But, like I was saying, when it comes to the Trials of Osiris, anybody that's played this knows this is like elimination mode. Basically, a search and destroy with the ability to revive your teammates. But you have to play this game smartly. You cannot do stupid shit in this game. You have to know how to win gunfights. You have to play as a team. You have to communicate. You have to make sure that regardless of what you're doing, you're going to make sure that you and your teammates survive above all else. Because right here is another stupid decision. I should have gotten behind cover, but obviously I wasn't able to. And there again, I died. I told you, man, I got off to a real bad start when we started this motherfucker, man. But anyway, you guys will start noticing that eventually I get my shit together, and that's when we're able to beat these guys. But like I was saying, the big reason why we played very badly to start is because we were playing a lot of crap-ass teams. I mean, we really did play a lot of crap-ass teams. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. So right here, Smelly's going to go 1-on-1 with this guy, and you're going to notice it turned to a cat and mouse in this motherfucker. But we had a lot of problems in this game when it came to playing as a team because we stomped the shit out of teams. Almost every win we had was blowing teams out 5-0, 5-1, 5-2. None of these games were close. This was the one team that we came up against that actually gave us a challenge. It wasn't that they were better than us. It's that they played like a team, and they had a whole lot of advantages above us that we didn't anticipate. I mean, the biggest thing is this outside area, and we were telling Smelly right here, he's coming up behind you, go for us. The biggest problem that we had is that this outside area is the biggest advantage when it comes to giving the other team. That outside area, when you have the sun glare and behind you and shit like that, it's a frustrating thing to try and fight against because you have a big glare that's almost impossible to see. And right here, we know that they're down to 1 motherfucker. But again, they're able to revive each other in this bitch. And there I get the assist on this shit. But you notice, basically, we're just trying to fight. Right now, it's just become a survival of the revival, man. It was fucking a pain in the ass in this bitch. No, but like I was saying, the big reason why we were having struggles is because that sun glare that you get in the background, if you're on the outside team, you want to stay out there. And you want to keep the fight out there because if you can keep the fight out there, you know that you're going to have a bigger advantage. Now, right here, we noticed that it was overtime. And one of the things we saw was this motherfucker had a golden gun. So Sky is sitting on the thing, and I'm waiting for the guy to come by. Sky's able to get this motherfucker. He gets shot, but whatever, man. We got that. That was like a 1 overtime round. You're going to notice another one's going to be coming up here. That was another shit-inducing round of this motherfucker. But there's the guy. He's got 7 kills already. This has been the problem that we had, is that we just couldn't kill that motherfucker. Now, but anyway, when you have your back to that outside area and you have that sun glare, this has really been the challenge that we had. Every time we were outside, we knew we could win. And one of the things that I wish that this game would do is find a way. Right here, this motherfucker got me. One of the things I wish this game would do is that it would actually switch sides. You know, sort of like Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, but it doesn't do that. So you have to adjust to the fact that if you're inside, you're going to be inside the entire fucking time. Right here again, we're down to one last member and shit like that. And it just goes to show you a lot of the mistakes that we made in this bitch. But like I was saying, and I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he was doing there. Sky was like trying to hide or whatever, but I tell you, once it's 3-1, you're kind of in trouble because obviously they're able to get around you and shit. And here you're gonna notice immediately I switch off to the truth and whatnot. But we're down 3-1, and there's only 2 more rounds, and they have to win 2 more. And we have to win 4 more. So it goes to show you we were in deep shit when it came to this fucking game. And I've been playing like shit. I mean, you see it. Basically, I had 1 fucking kill, and what I had, like 4 or 5 deaths at this point. So I played like utter crap to start this match. But eventually, I'm gonna get my shit together. But like I said, I finished in the negative. I finished on the bottom. And I finished on the bottom because I made a lot of stupid mistakes in this game. I didn't play this shit right. So, in any event, when we realized when we were on the inside, a lot of things that we were doing was we were trying to rush them. We were basically playing into their hands. They wanted us to rush outside. They wanted to get into a game of us getting to the doors, and they were sitting by the doors making sure that they can kill us. Right here, I don't know how the fuck my goddamn tracking rocket didn't fucking track this motherfucker. I mean, look at it. I mean, yeah, he jumped out of that shit. Twice, I had that shit right on him. I didn't get him, but right here when Smelly gets the kill, you notice I got an assist. So obviously I did some kind of damage on him. I did something to the motherfucker. I just couldn't kill the son of a bitch, man. Anyway. But like I was saying, we realized when we were playing indoors, we were playing right into their hands. Every time we rushed, we wanted to rush out to the right-hand side in order to get outside and behind them. The problem was every time we did that, they put someone there right behind the sun glare, and we couldn't actually find them. So right here's a perfect example. We could have stayed inside, but what do? We rushed outside, and here's that sun glare that we can't see. So right now, I see there's an enemy over there, but again, you can't really see them. And right here, this asshole came up behind us. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but Sky was able to get his ass. And this is where the trouble begins. Now I'm the last Guardian standing. And again, I'm being surrounded by these 2 guys that want to get the revivals and shit. So I'm going to get the revivals, and now it's going to become a game of revive the motherfucker. This basically what's going to keep happening. This guy fucking almost sniped my ass. Once again, Sky's down. Now I have to wait until you see the button right there. You see the number that he's going to come back and shit like that. So now I see that the 2 guys are coming around me. I have 1 coming to the front, 1 coming to the back. So now I have to be able to win gunfights. And right here, he got 1 shot on me, but even then, still couldn't win the gunfight. And here's where the hero moment comes in. I'll tell you right now, this fucking grenade saved our asses. There is no question about that. I played like shit, but that fucking grenade just saved this entire match. Had that grenade not hit this motherfucker, it would have been 4-2. And keep that in mind, because right now that round finished at a tie, so nobody gets the win. We're basically going to have to play another extra round of this motherfucker. But had that grenade not connected, the score would be 4-2. Very important when we see the end of this match, because that's going to come into play once we get to the end of this motherfucker, man. But right here, again, we realize, let's stop going outside. Let's not rush. Let's let them come to us, because we've been going to them. We've been rushing on them, and we've been getting our ass kicked. So then this time we decided, let's stay in the middle. Let's work as a team. Of course, Smelly's off on his own. One of the things you're always going to notice, every time Smelly gets killed, he's nowhere near his fucking teammates. I don't know how the hell that grenade didn't stick to this motherfucker, man. What are you going to do? Like I was saying, one of the things you're going to notice is every time that we get killed, it's because we're separated from our teammates. Right now, Sky's off on his own, and there he goes. He gets killed by the actual, the super energy or whatever the fuck it is, you know, the field that keeps continuously burning and shit like that. So I'm able to revive his ass right here. And again, this motherfucker, Paranormal, thinks he's going to beat me in a gunfight. I'll tell you right now, 1-on-1, it's very rare I'm going to lose a gunfight. It's very rare. I win a lot of gunfights. I'm going to say I win about 70% of the gunfights as long as it's not cheap shit. And that's a big reason why I use the Mythic class, is because it's an actual gun. It feels like a fucking gun. All the other hand cannons basically takes 2 shots and you're dead. The pulse rifles, couple of bursts on that motherfucker and you're dead. The Vex Mythic class has an amazing stopping power in this game when it comes to the damage that it actually does. And here again, we're making the stupid mistake. Here's what we do. We go rushing outside. Every time we fucking rushed outside on this right-hand side is where we made a mistake. Instead of actually staying indoors, and right here, this is where the sun glare is going to be a problem. I know he's there, and I can see him over here in the corner, but right here I get stuck on this fucking wall because I was trying to strafe a little bit too far left. I didn't realize I ran into that wall, but look, exactly what we're not supposed to do. We played right into their hands. They're not coming indoors, and again, we get eliminated. Now, keep in mind, that right there would have been game over. It's 4-3. They would have had 4 wins before. We would have lost this one 5-3, but that one grenade that saved our ass is what kept us in this fucking game. Now, as I've said it from the beginning, you guys see that we're actually going to come back. So you can only imagine what's going to happen in these next 2 rounds. Obviously, I can't really spoil too much. But we did win this motherfucker, obviously. Now we're going to see the final 2 rounds where we finally got our shit together. And you're going to notice, we don't go outside. We stay together as a team. We don't separate, although Living Sky got his ass kicked right there. But we stayed as a team where we were able to shoot these motherfuckers from the middles. This is the big strategy that you're having. Look at them. All 3 of them standing right next to each other. Now, granted, we're going to try and go out there. We're going to try and get our kills. We're going to try and shoot them. But we're not going to get separated too far from each other. So right here, we get 2 guys down. And now we have the revival part. And we're going to be able to kill these motherfuckers. Now, a big thing that we were doing when we were playing this, I forgot who it was. I don't remember if it was Smelly or Sky. But one of them didn't get the end. Here's where there just comes a shitstorm. Basically, they were fucked one way or the other. I mean, you get into a point where you're fighting against 3 guys. It's not going to be in your favor in this bitch, man. But anyway, like I was saying, when we got outside, I don't know who it was, but I think it was either Smelly or Sky. One of them didn't have the mercy boon. You know, the one that says if you get a loss, it doesn't count as a loss or whatever the hell it is. I have all three of them on right now. But if I would have lost this round, I still would have been okay. But I forget if it was Smelly or Sky. It might have even been both of them. But had we lost the round, they would have lost out on going to the lighthouse, at least on this character. But in the end, we were able to win all of our games on these characters, and we got to go to the lighthouse in this motherfucker. If I'm not mistaken, I think one of them had to switch characters, if I'm not mistaken. They had to go and switch and go get another character and then switch off and get another win. I don't know what it was, but I got my wins, and then we had to play 2 more extra games. This wasn't the final game. You'll see the scorecard at the end. But right here is where we knew that we had all of our supers. So we were in good position right here. So after one person goes nuclear, then Smelly's going to go nuclear. So we know that we had them, and at this point we were just trying to hope that they wouldn't revive themselves. But you notice, we came out there, we wanted to make sure. Now here, Smelly's dancing, I'm dancing, but here's the embarrassing thing, man. I went negative. I finished in last place. Why am I dancing? I don't fucking know. But there you see the little mark on a scorecard that would have been a loss. It wouldn't have counted as a loss, but it would have been a loss on my scorecard had we actually lost that. But Smelly or Sky wouldn't have been able to go to the lighthouse. We were eventually able to go to the lighthouse. There you see the scores: 10 and 10, 10 and 11, 7 and 10. I mean, that's just fucking pathetic, man. I went 7 and fucking 10, and we managed to win this shit. And on the other team, you'll see it at the end right here. Every single one of them, except for the guy on the bottom, went positive. So this goes to show you, you don't have to go positive to win. You don't have to play harder. You just have to play smarter. Anyways, that does it for what we had in the Trials of Osiris. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in the next video.